Hello, everybody. Good to see you this morning. So today, we're going to do another class in sitting in the chair for those of you who maybe have a little challenges getting on the floor, but I'll also be able to cue you on getting in, doing what we're doing in a chair, you can do on the floor and vice versa. If you're on the floor, you can also do things, you can modify and be in a chair. So first of all, Phyllis Smith here. I'm the co-founder of Live Free Yoga, and I'm so happy that you joined us. So if you would just take a nice, comfortable seat, if you're choosing to sit on the floor, you can go ahead and find what is easy for you. You might prefer to sit with your legs crossed, crisscross applesauce, or maybe you can lay down and maybe have your knees bent. So, but if you're sitting in a chair, go ahead and sit towards the end of your chair and just take a mindful posture, which means you're sitting forward, your back is nice and straight, and almost as if you have a string pulling you from the crown of your head. So draw that chin in, lift your shoulders up and roll them back, and then lift your shoulders up again and roll them forward. Let's do that one more time. Lift up and over. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is just find our breath. And our breath is our anchor. And this what helps us become present in the moment, which takes us out of our head and all the fears and anxiety and stress that we are all enduring during this difficult coronavirus time of our lives. And so if you would just close your eyes, just soft eyelids, closing your eyes. And if that's uncomfortable for you to close your eyes, you can just take a soft gaze on the floor, somewhere directly in front of you, maybe 6 feet away. If you prefer to just soften your eyelids or close your eyelids. I recommend that you close your eyelids if you're comfortable, because this is our chance to go inward. It's our chance to tune out and tune in to see where we are. So this is kind of a check-in. So just begin to sit, you're sitting comfortably, you're grounded into your seat. If you're sitting on a chair, your feet are flat on the ground. And even maybe pressing your toes into the ground, maybe just gently pressing your fingertips, bringing yourself to this present moment. And checking in, how do you feel? How is your breath right now? Is it shallow? Can you lengthen your breath? Can you breathe in and then exhale, maybe breathing in 2 counts and breathing out 2 counts. Or maybe right now you just want to breathe, relax, and breathe naturally. Just noticing your breath and allow your breath to become your anchor in this present moment. And with each exhalation, just see if you can sit a little bit deeper, anchoring your sits bones into the earth, keeping that chin drawn in, nice neutral spine, drawing that navel in on an exhalation as well so that we don't curve our lower back and cause any kind of injury or exacerbate an injury we might already have. So drawing that navel in as we exhale, inhaling, open up our lungs, exhaling, drawing that navel in. Counting your breaths, breathing in 2, matching that count, breathing out 2. Hands placed on the top of your thighs. And with each exhalation, just sinking a little bit deeper. Relaxing into this present moment. Now, if your eyes are closed, just flutter your eyes open and look straight ahead. And we're going to begin to now move with our breath. So as we inhale, we're going to lift our arms 2 counts. And as we exhale, we lower our arms. Inhaling, palms facing up. 1, 2. Exhale, palms down. 1, 2. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling up. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2. This time as we lift our arms, let's raise our left knee. Inhale, left knee up. 2 and down. 2. Sitting on the edge of your chair. Lifting up. 2 and down. 2. Now, if you're sitting, you might want to go ahead and stand up and do this while you're standing in Tadasana. So you'll be lifting from here. Or if you're sitting, from your chair. Let's do that again. Inhale, left knee up, 2, and right knee up, 2. All right, very nice. Now we're going to add a little bit of a twist. So we're going to inhale. So we're moving with our breath. This is dynamic movement with our breath. And this helps us once again to come into the present moment, be present. And so now we're not focused on what's outside of us. We're focusing on our breath and we're focusing on our movement. So we're going to inhale and you're going to look over your left shoulder and twist on an exhale. Inhale, face forward, and exhale and twist over your right shoulder. Inhale and exhale, twisting over your left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. So we're going to inhale again. Inhale, lifting your arms up. This time, drop your left arm and have a nice deep side stretch. You're going to reach over and open up your side body here. Let's breathe here a couple of times. Inhale and exhale. See if you can reach a little further. And if you're standing, you can go ahead and grab to over your wrists. All right, beautiful. And come on back down. Take a moment here. Just notice how one side might feel different than the other. Are you waking up a little bit? Let's do the other side. So this time we're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, drop your right arm and then reach over your ear with your left arm. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Inhale and exhale, reaching. See if you can reach a little further. Try again. Inhale and reach, reach, reach. And come on back to center. Very nice. Beautiful. Good job. All right. So we're going to do this again. We're going to inhale, arms up. And then exhale, and you're going to fold forward from your hips. Now, some of you might get a little dizzy if you go all the way over. So go ahead and you can just come halfway and then come on back up. Inhale. And let's do that again. You're going to exhale. And you can fold all the way over if that's comfortable and drop your head and then come on back up. If you're standing, you will fold forward from your hips, bend your knees, and come on back up to standing. Let's do that one more time. And forward fold. And you can come halfway and arms up and hands. Bring your hands home to your heart. So today we're really I'm going to invite you to think about what it means to take care of yourself. We take care of other people a lot. We worry about other people, and sometimes we forget about ourselves. So if you could set your intention today as we continue to think about what you can do, what can you say to yourself silently or out loud that inspires you to know and encourages and supports you to know how valuable you are. So think about self-love today and as we continue. All right. So if you would take your left knee, you're going to lift up your left knee and cross that ankle over on top of your right thigh. Now, this might be where you are today, and that is perfectly fine. There is no judgment. There is no competition in yoga. And so this might be where you are. But if you feel like you want to get a little bit of a deeper stretch and a little more opening in your hips, take an inhale and we'll fold forward from your hips, keeping your back straight and just leaning forward. And switch sides. Lift up your right knee, cross that ankle over. And you can stay right here if you're comfortable, or you can fold forward. Now, if you're sitting, you can go ahead and sit back and then cross one ankle over and just lift up your other knee and even grab on behind your calf, your thigh here. So that will give you even a deeper stretch if you're choosing to stay on the ground. Okay, lovely. So we're going to stand up now. If you're sitting, we're now going to all stand together. And I'm going to turn my chair to the side here. You see my dog Yogi. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a lunge. So we're going to stand up and use this chair as, we can use it as support. And if you're not using a chair, that's fine too. Make sure your legs, your feet are hip width apart, directly under your hips. And we're going to just step one foot back. Step your left foot back and press down. So your back foot is straight, your heel is lifted, your front knee is bent. You can raise your arms here and maybe come up onto the balls of your foot and drop down. Let's do that again. We can inhale and lift that heel and then lower the heel. Inhale, lift and lower. And you feel free to grab onto the chair for support. Breathing, inhale and exhale. Now press that heel down. Again, that back heel is lifted. And we're getting a nice stretch in our quad, the front of our thighs, and an opening and a strengthening in our bent knee. So it requires strength and length. All right, go ahead and bring that foot back and step back with your left foot this time. Again, pressing back. You can bend that knee. Now you might want to bend that knee even further. Pressing back. Press that heel down. And if you feel that you want even a deeper stretch, you'll just make adjustments. Scoot that front foot forward. You can lift your arms here. Pressing that heel back. Lifting. See, sometimes we might collapse here. So really press that foot back. And as you press that leg back and press that heel down, we have a much nicer straight spine as opposed to collapsing here in our lower back. All right. Go ahead and come back up. We're going to do a little balancing here. Take a deep breath. Just notice how you feel. Take a breath and breathe out. Feel your feet anchored into the earth. So as we come into a little balancing pose here, we're going to do a tree pose. And so we're going to lift our left foot up onto your toe. You can hold onto the chair if you'd like. Turn that heel inward and just plant that heel by your ankle. Now be careful not to collapse here. So we want to have our tailbone nice and long. Now, you can stay here and just experiment with lifting your toe up. You can always have the chair to support you, or you can raise your foot, plant it on your calf. And if you choose, you can raise your arms up high. This is called tree pose or Vrksasana. And if you want a little more of a challenge, you can raise that heel all the way up, press it into your thigh, pressing your leg against your foot. You can keep your hands here in prayer pose, pressing your thumbs against your heart, raising your arms or out, whatever feels good for you. And there's always the chair if you're using a chair to support you, wherever. Just experiment, no judgment of I can't balance. Balancing a lot has to do with what's in your head and just being able to focus. All right, shake it out. Just take a moment here now to notice the difference between one side and the other. We're going to do the other side now. In yoga, we always want to find balance. Just like in our lives, we want to find balance. And we know when we are out of balance. We know when we start getting anxious or we get overwhelmed. And we know that we need to do something to counter that. And so coming back to your breath, coming back, using tools like yoga and breathing to bring you back to the present moment will help you get out of that overwhelm mindset. All right, so now shift your weight to your left side. Turn come onto the ball of your foot, of your right foot, and then plant that heel just above the ankle. You're welcome to stay here and just begin to experiment with what it's like to lift your toes off the ground. Or you can come up a little higher and plant your foot on your calf, or up all the way up, which is a full expression of tree pose. And you decide where you want to bring your hands. You can bring your hands up together, or maybe you put your hands in prayer pose, or maybe you just have them out wide. Whatever you feel like today. This is your practice. All right, go ahead and float that foot down. Bring your arms up, inhale. Exhale, you can come halfway down. If it's a struggle for you to go all the way down, you might get dizzy, or you come all the way down and come back up again. And bring your hands home to your heart. Beautiful. Go ahead, let's sit back down in our chair or on the mat. And we'll do a little cat-cow. I'm going to turn my chair to the side again. So this really helps to open up our spine. So we will come to sit at the edge of our chair. Or if you want to come down on the ground, you can go all the way down on the floor like this and do it from the floor. So we're going to do a little cat-cow. So you can either be on all fours or you could be sitting in the chair. And we're going to flex our spine. So put your feet flat, your hands are on top of your thighs. You're lifting nice mindful posture. So our mindful posture, nice straight neutral spine. We're going to inhale, and as we inhale, we're going to lift our chest and arch our back. Exhale, use your palms, push away, push your thighs away from you and round your back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round your back. Drawing that navel in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, draw that navel in. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale, nice, flexing the spine, opening up all of those neurons that connect to our spine. Our shoulders are down. All right, now we come back to our neutral spine. I'm going to turn to face you again as we move in to, let's just open up our shoulders a little bit more. So if you have really tight shoulders, we might start with this. So we'll cross your right arm over your left, and then cross and begin to give yourself a big hug. And inhale and exhale and draw those shoulders down and draw those arms in. So we're getting a nice opening in our shoulders. And so you can stay there in a hug, or from here, come back to where you've made that X and turn your palms facing each other, and you'll touch your palms together. This is eagle arms. This is the upper part of our eagle pose. And so now you're getting a nice stretch in the back of your shoulders, all along those rhomboids. And breathe here. Notice your breath. Did you stop breathing? Breathe into your back. You can be here if this is more comfortable for you. But again, see if you can breathe into your back body. Give it a try. Or maybe you're here. All right, unwind, shake it out. Just notice how that feels. Feel your shoulders. You have maybe even more of an opening, a nice lengthening in your neck. All right, so let's do the other side. This time, you bring your arms out. We're going to cross left over right this time, like an X. You can just hug yourself here and give yourself a big hug and breathe. Or come back to your X if you choose and flip those palms together to face each other. They might not touch. They might be right here, which is okay. Dropping those shoulders towards your hips, pressing that top arm into the bottom. As you press the bottom up, you'll notice creating some resistance as we breathe in. So as we breathe in, squeeze those arms together. And as we exhale, release those shoulders. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. All right, beautiful. Shake it out. All right, so now we come into our meditation portion, where really it's just stillness. So you can, wherever, however you're comfortable, you can be sitting in the chair. You can lay down on the ground if you choose, and lay down on your mat. Maybe prop your legs over a chair would be fine too. And so in the spirit of self-love, I'm going to be in a moment reading from the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh. And he, in this, is the love meditation, adapted from the Visuddhimagga. But before we do that, if you would, close your eyes again and see if you feel comfortable doing that. Again, you can take a soft gaze, but when we do close our eyes, and maybe this is a moment for you to experiment with it if you're not comfortable. When we close our eyes again, we tune out, but we tune in. And just begin to notice your breath again. Notice the cool air moving in and the warm air moving out. With each exhalation, try to sink a little bit deeper into your chair, or if you're laying down on the mat. This is what we call Shavasana. It's also, that means corpse pose. It's really about just finding stillness. using your breath as your anchor. It's always there to support you, to give you life, to give you comfort. And maybe you'll begin to notice some thoughts that come. Just notice how you feel with the thoughts that appear. Maybe you feel it in a part of your body, but it's the observing of the thoughts and the feelings that come with the thoughts is what gives us the power and the control over our response. So once we can observe that we are having a thought, or we can recognize what kind of thought that might be, we then step back and we observe it. And like clouds in the sky, we can watch those thoughts disappear. When we have present moment awareness, we can clear the noise away and embrace it. Letting go of those negative thoughts. This is your time to give to yourself. Continuing with your breath. Noticing even as we breathe that as you release some of the stress and fear and anxiety you might have been feeling, it might have caused you to tear up. This is a beautiful human response. It's our gift. It's what we have that's unique to us as humans, is the ability to cry. Crying is simply a release. Mindfulness is being present and aware of all that we think and feel in the moment without judgment. Becoming an observer of your thoughts. So, if you would with me, keeping your eyes closed, respond silently in your head to these words. May I be peaceful, happy, and light in body and spirit. May I be safe and free from injury. May I be free from anger, afflictions, fear, and anxiety. We always start with ourselves, because the more love we have for ourselves, the more we can give to others. So we're going to say the same thing, but this time, think of one person that you care about. And silently say to this person, may you be peaceful, happy, and light in body and spirit. May you be safe and free from injury. May you be free from anger, afflictions, fear, and anxiety. Take another breath here. And now we say it to the world, to others, people you might not know. Silently say to them, may they be peaceful, happy, and light in body and spirit. May they be safe and free from injury. And finally, may they be free from anger, afflictions, fear, and anxiety. Just take a moment in silence here, following your breath. Now slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And take a couple of deep breaths right here. Now slowly open your eyes, flutter your eyes open. Bring your palms together. Bring your palms to the center of your forehead and repeat to yourself or out loud if you choose, I have a strong mind. Bring your hands to your heart. I have a brave heart. Hands to your belly. I have a wise body. And arms, hands up to the out and open to receive. And say with me, I have a noble spirit. Bring your palms together to your heart. And I'm so glad you joined me today. I hope we see each other again soon. May the light in me honor the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thanks for joining me.